It's very nice for all of you to come. I don't know, man. People are fucked up, man. Like some people, they think they're like fucking kings and queens. Like, where the fuck do they come off acting like that to you? You know, like they expect things from you, and they don't expect they don't think that they have to have manners or treat people decently. It's so fucking annoying. Fuck these people, man. And who the fuck do they think they are, man? Fucked up. You know, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. Art doesn't matter. Money doesn't matter. They just want to be fucked up people. Fuck them. Seriously. God, we deal, you know, in the film business, we deal with people like this all the time. Did you ever have an image in your head where, like, somebody's being so rude to you? You know, I get this image like they're like, who was the character in Jesus Christ Superstar? And so you are the Christ, yes, the great Jesus Christ. That guy, you remember that? It's like they're that guy. And they're talking to you and somebody's fucking fanning them or something. You know, it's like, get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck do you think you are? Lying to your face, making up shit to one person and telling somebody else the completely different thing, taking credit for shit that's not theirs. Fuck them. Anyway, I wrote this thing. I'm going to do it on my phone, though. You're going to like this. I am awake and I exist. I am a thing, a big thing, not a regular-sized thing, no, but a giant thing, a giant. I'm not a male. I'm not a female. My color changes. I can be black. I can sometimes be white. I am sometimes unfamiliar colors. My sexual preference is never a question. I feel and fall for others. I speak all languages all the time. I notice the same things all us giants notice. I take notes, mental notes, giant mental notes. I'm not rich. I'm not poor. If I don't have time, I stay hungry. We all stay hungry all the time. We are hungry giants. Giant things are always hungry. I know a lie when I hear one and it can hurt. I know the truth when I hear it and it can hurt. I can see others in pain. I can reach out. I can feel my own pain. I can reach out. I can grasp a hand in unity. I can bang a drum to be heard. I can hear other drums and be drawn to them. You cannot fool me twice and only once with an army. I can be slandered and stomped on, yet you must look up to find me. Because I am a giant. I am a human being. I am a giant. I am a citizen. I am a giant. I am part of the herd. And we love. I wanted to say fuck one more time, but I'm not going to. Just enjoy it so much. Especially when you, fuck them, that whole like thing that I do, awesome. Italians do it the best, like street kid Italian, fuck you. We know how to do it the best. Fuck you, fuck you. All right. Dana Lyn. Dana composes all the music. I just kind of write it and show up. She does everything else. Journal. I was thinking about the way I look today for a long time, maybe too long. I was out and about by the pond in the park, and I was thinking how people perceive me, how people see me. I know that they use their eyeballs to see me, but I thought today I'd take that question a bit further, a bit deeper. I thought I'd just take a while and think about what more is there past the eyeball and the eye socket and stuff. What do people really see when they look at me with their eyeballs resting inside their eye sockets? Do they see the real me? The pretty one? Vincent? The pretty one? Or do they see something not so pretty, something awful and ugly, something so raw and unappealing that they need to turn away and seek refuge? While I was in thought, deep thought, about this tear that rolled down my face, and then another tear rolled down my face, and then another, and another. And I took out my tear catcher and I caught them all. I love catching my tears. It's loads of fun. I put the cap on my tear catcher and then I put it in my pocket, back where it belongs, out of the way. The question still looming in my brain, the brain inside my head, you know? What is it people see when they look at the pretty one? I realize that I have no control over what they see, although that makes me angry. I think forcing everyone to see me or tell me how they see me is possible, but that could take a long time. I'd like to figure it all out, but I just don't have the time. And it would make me angry and forceful. I'm happy with the likely scenario, which coincidentally makes me very happy and less angry. Vincent, the pretty one. And after I decided to move on with my thoughts, I bowed to the ducks at the pond and I acknowledged how they could see the pretty me. The birds in the trees can see the pretty me too, and I walked home swiftly. I didn't want my tears to evaporate. I collect my tears in the freezer. I collect my little tear cubes. I have thousands. So, hopefully the rest of the band showed up. If they come out, pretend like I didn't just say what. Ladies and gentlemen, the rest of the band. Hi, guys. Journal. I made a huge life decision today. This morning on my way to buy figs, something odd happened when I bent down to pick up some change I had dropped. I felt a little something in my groin. It was a sensation that lasted a long time, maybe too long. Eventually that feeling in my groin went away and I went on with my day. Later, I was standing in front of the arm of my favorite comfy chair. I reached to turn on the reading lamp before I sat down, and that same area of mine rubbed on the chair, on my arm of my chair, my groin area. And that same sensation filled that area again, and geez, I thought, I really feel like strangling something. I feel like a wolf running through the forest chasing down a deer or an even smaller animal. I felt that the bottom half of my body was much stronger than normal. That just the top half of my body was completely insignificant. That the top half of my body was just a mass of flesh being held there by my pants and belt and other things. And I think, but I really don't know what attaches it. My brain has stopped working completely. I have no ability to make rational choice or decisions at all. I feel like piloting a rocket if I knew how, blindfolded into oblivion. Or maybe just piloting a rocket into something, but I don't know where rockets go once they go, you know? I thought for a long time today about those feelings I've been having in that area. And if I'm allowed to, I think I will only stay strong in that area from now on and not acknowledge the top half of my body anymore. Because I'm a pilot now. My name is Pilot Wolf, and my rocket is the Strangler. And I have no top half anymore. So this is a true story. Well, you'll get it as we go. Journal. I went for a long walk today, almost too long, I think. This walk was one of those pretty good ones, though, because my pretend friend Manchester, my invisible buddy, was not really next to me the whole time. We laughed so hard today, my face didn't really hurt. We went to the steps of the Met and didn't really watch people go by together. It was so much fun. He didn't really have a hot chocolate with me and kept dropping his hot chocolate. I got burned on my legs pretty bad, but wow, it wasn't really worth it. Wow, it was not really. He didn't really help me give a hand to a woman who couldn't get her baby in a stroller up the steps. I grabbed one end and Manchester grabbed the other, and we eventually got it to the top of the stairs. The woman must have been in a hurry because she pushed away and ran pretty darn fast. We didn't really laugh together out loud about that for a long time, maybe too long. It was, I said, a very long walk today, and I grew tired, so I didn't really get to walk home. Manchester, I didn't really talk about some things that have been eating away at me for a while, and I was happy that we didn't really work those things out. No, really. I didn't really feel better, and that these things really not really a lot of hate in me. And then to my disbelief on the way home, Manchester disappeared, you know. I mean, not really, he vanished, not really, meaning Manchester is gone, not here, not really, you know. And I looked, not really, and I really couldn't not really find him. I'm not really not thinking about when he'll be back, really. I think he won't really always be my friend. I think not really forever. And then after I looked for almost too long, I think I went home and I fell asleep. I woke and I wrote this in my journal. I really didn't have a great day today. I know this is out of the blue. I've always hated the color blue because of its popularity. I ran into Pecos Bill the other day. It looked like his hand had been injured. His right hand, his gun hand. The first thing I thought was that I could probably kill him, that he'd have no chance without his gun hand. As you can see, I like the term gun hand. But I like the idea of killing Pecos Bill even more, or maybe not. I was about to hit him repeatedly with the bike chain and lock that I was holding. I saw it all in my mind like a movie. I saw him on the ground. I saw him taking each blow across his body. As each swing of my chain, my bike chain, I'm gonna say gun hand, even if it doesn't fit, gun hand. As each swing of my bike chain struck him, the look on his face grew into a portrait of humility. I enjoyed watching him feel something like that for the first time. Gun hand, sorry. Then this vision of him being beaten by me abruptly stopped. I was thrust into reality because of the tingling sensation at the tip of my nose. It was the cold black barrel of Bill's gun. Bill was left-handed. Fuck, I thought. I knew that. I knew that and so much more. I locked my bike up to the no parking sign on the curb. Bill laughed at me. He asked me to not look at him for the rest of the day. I was about to say why in a guilty sort of way. But with a little more volume in his voice, he quickly said, starting now. I spent the rest of the day with Pecos Bill, the rest of the day looking down at my feet. My neck hurt. He asked about you. I told him you were fine, busy. He said that you shouldn't only that I should only refer to you as Captain Shepherd from now on. I was going to ask him why, but then he held up his gun hand and stared at his hand for a while. Too long, really. And then he said, this hand has been places you wouldn't believe. I vomited a little in my mouth. And I was trying not to connect the new handle you were given, Captain Shepherd, and Bill's gun hand. Pecos Bill left me. He walked away, and as he was walking, I looked at him from head to toe. He was a long stretch of a man, and I wondered, is that a limp? I know there's some people in the audience that are going to like this one because they've traveled a long way. You can make noise if you want. Yeah, there's that's a noise. Kind of a noise. All right. Journal. I'm on Twitter now and I'm so cool, super cool, cooler than most. But that's a secret. A secret is something you don't share. I'm just saying in case the world forgot. It's not possible for worlds to forget. I really only know about our world, not other worlds, so I'll only comment on our world, or better yet, my world. It is possible for the whole world to forget, even if it doesn't happen all at the same time. Not at the same time counts at the same time. The world is blind. I can see online, on Twitter. I make little comments about things. I like them. I like that, doing the like thing. What's not to like? I make comments about things other people like. They can't see me like, not me. I make comments. I'm not a follower because I'm a leader. I don't follow on Twitter. I follow because I'm so cool, super cool, cooler than most. I don't interact at all. Sometimes I have when people are yelling at me or when I'm told to put my hands behind my back, but that's rare, or maybe too often. I'm not sure. I don't like, but that's okay because I can think about something else and not worry or fixate on times of interaction. You know, the real me, my blind times, when I'm blind and the world can see. On Twitter, I interact because everyone can see, and it's so great. It's so fulfilling. I like that. Unlike me, the real me, unhealthy and not my fault me, never my fault me. I interact on Twitter, and as I said, nobody's blind on Twitter. We can all see, and when tweeting, I'm so smart, super smart, smarter than most. Everybody sees, everybody knows how smart I am. Even if there's no sign of them knowing, they see my tweets, my interacting, my following, my likes. They can see me, not me, no, not me. Not me when I'm tweeting me. I can't see myself, not my real self, not me, no, not the real me. God, no, not me. I'm on Twitter now, and I'm so cool, super cool, cooler than most. But that's a secret, blind people. See online. So we've just come off this tour that was really exhausting. It's not true. We didn't come off. That's like one of the biggest dumbest things I've ever said. Thank you. But I say it every time. Oh, okay. Okay, this is about things that bug me. Just saying. Fucking, Herod bullshit again. Okay. Counterculture. These words make me itch. Thing. What is it? Which right away bothers me, right away. Makes me suspect. Makes me feel like the wool is being pulled over my eyes, which is weird because that can happen suddenly. It just can't happen. It takes a long time for wool to be pulled over somebody's eyes. And even if you did pull it over their eyes, that would take a long time and they would forget about the whole situation. So why even try it in the first place? You just take the wool out of their hands and just throw it. The second you say the word thing, it teeters on falling into something disgusting. Do you really want to know what that thing is? Not that thing, God no. Get that thing away from me. Oh, what if the thing is not disgusting? What am I missing out on? Give me that thing, something, anything. How do you know about things? What if you think one thing when it's really another? Get that thing away from me. I don't want anything around me. Nobody's thing, horrible things. Unless it's a sure thing, stay away from me. Stay away, everyone. Everyone in their things. See you another time when all things are said and done. Meander or meandering? Please, give me a fucking break, meandering. Please. It makes me so fucking angry. I hate these words so much. They are so stupid. I don't even have the time to say meander or meandering. Nobody really does. Jesus. Just when I said it, it took forever, and I don't even have that kind of time. The time to waste on a word like meandering. When I say it, it takes so long, and I think of other things like suicide, or how to commit suicide, or how long it would take, and how many other things I would think about while contemplating that suicide. And if you say meandering or meander, I hate you. More than I hate myself or myself meandering for that matter. Because I don't, ever. Kiss. Oh my God. Here's a juicy one. Kiss. Kiss is juicy. Kisses are juicy. I love kisses. I love getting kissed. I love kissing. I don't like watching people kiss. It's the same feeling as walking in on someone having a poo. You weren't invited, but most likely you never will be. A kiss gets nasty though, quick. Be careful, all of you. It's only a kiss. This can be passionate or sexy or dirty or sexy, but then when you say it or talk about it like now, it just seems stupid. It's something you can do, but if it's talked about, it's stupid. So let's not talk about kissing. Let's just do it. Blah, 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 or yada, yada, yada. This makes me itch. This makes me itch until I draw blood, crazy blood, like enough blood to write this. Crazy enough to explain that these are not words, they are not funny. Even at the birth of yada 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 on TV, and no less. TV. I have an idea. Let's repeat something over and over again until it's made funny on TV. Fuck me, TV. Blah, blah, blah. This is what's funny? Yada, yada, yada. Really? Really? The truth is, no, it's not any of those things. It's usha, usha, usha. Yeah. When you're right at the moment of wanting to explain that you're going on and on about something, the same thing over and over again, and you don't want to say blah, 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 or yada, 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 it's much more funny to say usha, usha, usha. And it's more natural. It falls right out of your mouth like yada, 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 only much, much, much easier. Counterculture. No matter what the word is attached to, culture, when I hear it, it always makes me think of sitting at a dinner. And I look down at the stain left there on the counter, and I wink the stain was left a week ago and nobody's ever cleaned it, and that it's been festering and cultivating like a stain of food or some kind of old food. It's probably growing something, some kind of yeasty thing on it. Yeasty is gross. Always yeasty things are gross. If yeasty is gross, it's so gross. These growing yeasty things in front of you has in fact cultured. And so I find the term counterculture difficult to focus on because my mind goes to other places when I hear it or see it. So if I'm not thinking about suicide and other common things, while my mind is meandering, I'm thinking, fuck me, leave me alone. I'm not part of the counterculture. Fuck off! The reason why I've kind of changed my mood a little bit now is because the next one is, I don't know, it's very tender. And I just, like, but seriously, like, if you could all just, like, really be quiet and stop eating. Because this is, you know, it's intense. Journal. My days as a pig tender. Today I was tending to my pig, Mr. Abyss. I am so lucky to have him in my life, with me in my room, with me in my life. I love watching him walk. He's so damn cute. I stared at him today. I stared at him walking for a long time, maybe too long. I stared deeply into him, truly, deeper than anything. It's not the fact that he is a pig that makes him cute. I tried to think that other pigs are cute before and never did. They just didn't have names. No name pigs are clean or cute. They're not. Never thought they were cute, even when I tried really hard, so hard. Mr. Abyss knows me better. We're close. We like stuff and things. Sometimes I have to wash the clumps off him because he can get a rash around his bottom. So if they don't wash off, I have to pick at him. I don't mind because I can stare at him at the same time for a long time while I clean him. Pigs are clean, and Mr. Abyss is especially clean because I clean him and stare at him. The rest of life's issues seem to go away. I kind of fall into him. I kind of gaze at him, fall in him, or gaze into him if there's such a thing. I let myself go and I just drift way, way down, down, down and away. I'm not scared even when I'm wet. I'm not scared to fall into Mr. Abyss. I think I will buy him a friend. I think he needs a friend. I think I need another pig. Mr. Abyss would have a new friend, and I would have a new reason to do stuff. The new pig's name is Mr. Gaping Hole. I will probably stare at Mr. Gaping Hole, and he will be really cute, and I will stare into Mr. Gaping Hole and clean his clumps so he never gets a rash. Pig tending is really fun and stuff and things. Today I woke up from a deep sleep. The first thing I notice is that I can't feel my head. I can't feel it with my hands. I can't feel it resting on my neck. I can't feel it turn left or right or up and down. I can't feel my hair or the wind in my hair or the wind on my face. I can't feel it. I can't feel my jaw moving, but sounds come out of my mouth. Not words, just sounds. I can't feel my eyelids open and close. I can't feel myself blink. When everything is dark, my eyes are closed, but I can't feel that happening, nor do I have any control of my head or anything attached to my head. Unless I'm wearing a hat or sunglasses, then I can take them off and put them on whenever I want. I guess that's special, but not special enough to take my mind off the fact that I can't feel my head. But I guess special outside of that? It's odd to be able to think inside your head, yet not feel in your head. It's like when your leg goes numb and you try and walk, your leg becomes this thing attached to you, but there's no control of it or physical connection to it. Other than you can plainly see it's attached to your body. I can't feel my head, yet I know it's there because I can see it out of it. Out of my eyes, which are in my eye sockets, which are holding my eyes in by my eyeballs, which are attached by tendons and nerves and muscles. It's obvious to me that they are there because I can see. I just have no control over what I'm looking at. Like right now, I'm staring at a dog and the dog is staring back. I could walk away. What I can't do is avert my eyes, which is inspiring me to not walk away, to keep looking at the dog with my working brain in my head that I can't feel. Does the dog know I can't feel my head? I've never looked into a dog's eyes this long before, and a dog has definitely never looked back into my eyes this long before, and I start to get nervous. What will happen if this continues? What will become of us? The dog and I, if this continues, what changes, big changes will happen in our lives? Myself and this dog. I turn and I walk away. I don't look back. I don't want to know if the dog is still looking at me or if the dog has already moved on, maybe moved on too quickly, more quickly than I have. I'm not sure how well that would settle with me. I can't bear finding out. I speed up and I realize though I can't even feel my head, I still have the same feelings that I had when I felt my head. The same troubles that everybody has. Everyday troubles, everyday people troubles we all might have, could have. I know there's thoughts going on inside my brain. I know that I have issues, regular issues that are personal, issues that others might have, do have. And that in the end, it doesn't matter if I feel my head or not. I'm still in the same boat everyone else is in, only my boat, you can't feel your head. Or my head, I can't feel my head. Other boats lack feeling in other things. Could be anything that people in other boats lack feeling in. All sorts. I'll just wait and see if the ability and my feeling of my head comes back. Plenty to think about or stare at uncontrollably until that happens. Plenty of issues to work through or avoid. I'll wait. Let's not kid myself. I'm still thinking about that dog, and if I knew I can't feel my head, if the dog knew, and if it didn't know, what would I do? What could I do? God mandate. Ready? I'm a mule, and everybody should just slow the fuck down. This is what I don't get. Name two creatures who are known for being slow and or get moving along. Let's see. A turtle, and me, a mule. A turtle has a shell, so if it doesn't want to deal, it just pulls its legs in and it's off to antisocial heaven. Okay, now, this is what I don't get. Why is it that while there's this fucking universal knowledge that mules like to start in their own time, and that we are not big runners? Why is it that we are being forced to do the two things we don't want to do? Everyone since the first mule was put on the earth has known these facts about mules, but pretend as if these two little quirks of ours don't exist. Everyone else has quirks that people accept. Why are we second-class citizens? I wish horses never existed. Just a little prodding would do it. Let me pull the mule really hard. That will get him going. You don't see anybody trying to get a fish to fly. Let me prod the fish. Pull the fish like a kite. That will get it airborne. I'm done. I'd run away, but I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea. I'm a mule, and everybody should just slow the fuck down. I'm a dog and I love myself too much. I'm at a corner talking to my friends and my owners are talking to their friends, and geez, I feel a tingling sensation around my groin area. Should I have a sniff down there? I think I will. No, fuck it. I think I'll lick my balls. I'm out and about and I wander into a store that allows pets. People can sometimes be suckers for a cute face like mine. I have no idea, they have no idea what I'm thinking. Most likely I'm thinking about food, or my groin is tingling like right now. I think I'll have a lick. I wonder what the rest of the day will be like. I think I'll have a nap. I wish I had something to chew on like a baby bird carcass. Hey, there's a bunch of little children to play with. So much fun running around and knocking them about. Ooh, I feel that tingle again. I think I'll lick my balls. The children won't mind. I'm a dog and I love myself too much. I don't know, guys, that's always a fun one. I don't know. I'm a cat in an electric chair. I'm not thinking about death. The look on my face is aloof. Now that I'm strapped to the chair, you can stroke me even if I don't want to be stroked. Happy? My last meal is sardines served by a rat and dressed in a catnip skirt. The rat's name is Scratch and Eat. Fuck 'em! My mind is on strange or high places which are only easily negotiated by the feline persuasion, like shower doors, tops to the backs of easy chairs, kitchen cabinets and shelves, thin tree branches anywhere, just slightly out of the reach of an imbecile dog, just far enough to drive the dog mad. Go ahead, pull the switch, fry my ass. I hiss in the face of adversity. A ball of yarn is more exciting than anything you all can offer. See ya 8 more times, you bunch of losers. I'm a cat in an electric chair. I'm a guppy with a smoking problem. I swim and I swim and I swim, and there's nothing else going on in my pond, in my life. My anatomy is less complicated than a children's wind-up toy. I'm hardly a fish. I want to smoke cigarettes. It would help me pass the time, and I'd look really cool at the same time. I realize it's not conducive to my environment, but I'd really love a smoke right now. I find cigarette butts everywhere all the time. I'd never run out. I'd never have to pay for them. I'd be a monster smoker. 2, maybe 3 packs a day. I'm a guppy with a smoking problem. God, I wish I had a smoke. I'm a hamster with a chip on my shoulder. I don't like metal. It's the wrong color. I like browns and off-whites. Let's not talk about the wheel. Why should I have to suck from a bottle? I have a tongue. I can sip. Let's not talk about the wheel. If you were to take a snapshot of me, a hamster, and put that snapshot against different backgrounds, let's say a hillside, or a nice desert scenario, or a sandy, rocky landscape, then put that snapshot against a bunch of thin metal rods and hinges and a glass bottle. Let's not talk about the wheel. Which scenario would it seem like a cute little hamster like me would fit in? I fucking wonder. And the wheel, this metal wheel, round and round and round and round. I'm a hamster. I'm not a trapeze artist. I'm not a circus act. I'm a hamster. Am I in any way related to the wheel? I have nothing in common with wheels. Sure, I run on it sometimes, but if I don't, some stupid jerk with his dirty fucking hand will reach down and make me spin on it for the millionth fucking time. I'm a hamster with a chip on my shoulder. That's what it's like to edit a movie. Round and round and round and round. But we locked picture today, didn't we, guys? With the help of my editor, Katie McCord, and this wonderful woman, Lauren Bixby, who came to help us. And we just fucking rocked. I have to stand up because this next one is, the shit. I don't know if it's the shit, actually. It's just another. But if we could just have quiet because it's serious. No, but it is. Let me just pull my pants up, get like this, all ready to go. Let me get a really cool stance. Hold on a second. Nah, fuck it, let's just start. This one's called Men Are Sweet Too, or How I Learned Not to Be a Homophobic and Fell in Love with All My Guy Friends. Journal. I'm standing very still today, sipping chamomile tea in the park. Maybe I'm smoking a pipe. Maybe I'm just watching the trees and the earth around me move in rhythm, in sync. I do that. I'm that kind of man who notices things in the world. Takes the time, you know? Takes the time to notice, you know? Special. I'm really, really special now, and I'm getting more special by the moment. I love my guy friends. I love them, and I think they love me. At least they accept my love in a very loving way, and that's pretty damn close to loving me back. Pretty damn close to showing me their love. Pretty damn. I look in their eyes, and they look back. They eye me, and they give me a look, a trusting look, a look meaning they trust me. Now that's love. They share with me, they speak with me honestly and in caring ways. I would do anything for them, and I'm hoping they would me. I think they would because I love them. I know they would, yes. They would do the same for me. I know I love them because, like my wife and my children, I dream about saving them, protecting them. I dream about fighting for them, physically fighting for them. I dream of standing up all righteously for them, making it a point to let everyone know. I'm on my friend's side. I stand behind them. I mean, not really standing behind them, not literally. I mean, I could because I'm tall and I can see like danger coming from a long ways away. But I'm there. I'm there for them, so to speak. I can just text them the words, call me, and I'll get that call back. I frequently have been known to text my friends writing, "You okay?" And they answer my text with a call or a text saying yes, meaning they are. The guys I'm in love with tell me the truth if I'm screwing up. They each do it in different ways, but they do it, and I love them for it. I'm obviously a dark fellow, depressed a lot of the time, unless I'm outside taking notice of the world and saving it. They know I have issues. I love that word issues because it skips a whole uncomfortable conversation that should be had but is being waylaid by the word issues. They know and they take it in stride. I've gotten fat and they take it in stride. I've burnt bridges, numerous bridges. I put World War II to shame when it comes to bridges and the burning of them. And they take me in stride. I've said extremely uneducated things which are telltale signs of lack of an education, uneducated, and they take it in stride. Never giving up on our friendship ever, never ever, never giving up on me nor me them. I've taken advantage of our friendships and they've let me do so. They seem unscathed. I find pleasure in letting them take advantage of me. Anything I can do, anything I can say. I'd walk a mile, which is a weird thing to say, but I'm sipping chamomile and it fits. I want to love them forever, my friends. I'm going to blurt out their names out loud. I'm going to stand here smoking my pipe and recite their names. These are the men that I love. Guy Meyer, Ethan Hawke, Steve Marshall, Boss Vanderduck, Jeremy Sprong, Dax Shepard, Matthew Modine, Robert Downey, Chris Brancato, Kevin Corrigan, Dan Ireland, Aaron Crone, Brooke Ashmanskis, Tim Char, John Adler, Eric Bogosian, David Dobkin, Eamon Farron, Ben Foster, Jake Weber, Jonathan Sherman, Lathan Games, Shelby Games, Ron Ferguson, Ron Jurgensen, John Murray, Sam Maydew, Jeff Val, Val Kilmer, Sam Bisbee, Joe Vincent, Frank Brisby, Chris Chanatiempo, Richard Schiff, Frankie Pete Roth, Sonny Minicola, Adam Stork, Michael Latino, Vinod Chopla, Mike Zimbalist, Jeff Zimbalist, Janusz Kaminski. These are the men I love. at the moment. I raise my hand to my brow to block the sun from my eyes, and I notice a shadow on the ground next to me. It's the shadow of a man and woman caressing, bodies coming together, and even though it's only their shadows, I sense the intimacy and the warmth. Oh, look, did a tiny fragile bird egg just fall from that tree? That lemon tree? The wind must have knocked the egg from its nest, and oh, how I notice life in all its forms around me. If I have forgotten any of the men I love, forgive me. I forgive myself. And I also consider the ones I didn't just mention. I consider them my secret lovers. And as I sip, standing very still on the sidewalk in front of my fave cafe in Brooklyn, my birthplace, it comes to mind that there are men I consider long-lost lovers, long-lost because of my faults as a person, or some because of their own faults. Some are dead. Some just never returned my love. Some did, but it waned, or my love for them in some way suffered. Some I just plain old said something or did something really fucking stupid. But I still have love for them all. And as I repack my pipe and I notice a faint smell of potpourri drift by, I recall these long-lost lovers, and I feel the need to blurt them out. And I do, and I do, and so I do. Richard Linklater, Dick Wolf, Hugh Jackman, Benicio del Toro, Martin Scorsese, David Barrett, Robert Duvall, Vince Vaughn, Matthew McConaughey, Arthur Howard, River Phoenix, Robin Williams, Donald Logue, Joaquin Phoenix, Paul Sorvino, Brad Pitt, Dan Aykroyd, Elio Medina, James Gandolfini, Chris Walken, Arthur Leotti, Marcello Mastroianni, Denzel Washington, Sly Stallone, all the bouncers I worked with when I was a kid, Oliver Stone, Peter Coyote, Peter Boyle, Ben Stiller, Jerry Brandt, Arthur Weinstein, Nigel Ballard, Jerry Lepcourt, Gary Sinise, Skeet Ulrich, Dwight Yoakam, Terry Kenny, Courtney Vance, Johnny Depp, Billy Bob Thornton, The Counting Crows, Tony Shalhoub, Alex Baldwin, Tarsem, James Ryder, Jerry London, T-Bone Burnett, anyone I've forgotten, I will from now on call my long-lost and forgotten lovers. Suddenly, the deepness of my thoughts freezes me. I'm crippled with my head cocked upwards with a sour reckoning, and I realize this frozen stance I'm in has caused me to notice the clouds making forms. The clouds making forms, and a little pain from the constriction of it all. I can bear it because of how important my presence is here, and how that trumps any physical discomfort. My feet still firm on the ground, and the shapes, the cloud shapes. Look, a rabbit. Oh, a sheep herder. Mount Olympus. The state of Texas. Wait, and look, a boy dipping carrots into onion dip. There have been men whom I've loved and that I've trusted. Men that I've confided in and gave them my heart and soul, and these men deliberately struck me down and broke my heart and could never look me in the eye again. I'm still trying my hardest not to look down on them, to love them and consider them important to me. In other words, these are the men I hate in order from worst to least. Sean Penn, Andrew McCartney, Frank Berner, John Roman, Renee Balsay, Peter Jankowski, Ken Christmas, Craig Berko, Sam Shepard, way to Toronto. I was the only one that he made take off his headphones. The Colombian dude at the Ritz when I was a kid who tried to put a curse on me, but I threw his black hat in the trash. And last but not least, the shithead football player that knocked me out on the last day of high school. If I've forgotten anyone, fuck you anyway. I think I'll go home. I'll walk slowly and deliberately and appreciate all the men I love. I introduce you to Dana Lyn. Please grab on the drums. Jeff Powell on the bass. Kyle Zan on the guitar. Brian Drang on the trombone. Believe it or not, there's another one. This one is going to be, it's gotten more relevant as we do it. Let me just kick my fucking mic out of the way. Ready? Vinny, are you ready, sir? Okay. Journal. I want to be president. I don't have to be president of our country, although that would be good. But president of something, of stuff. I want to be called President D'Onofrio. I don't want to have to do anything. I want to do nothing. I don't want to be asked to do important stuff. President D'Onofrio, could you do this stuff? And I can say no, tell the guy over there. I can say no, but then ask them to tell the guy next to them, or you can do it yourself. Even if I don't know the guy who's referring them to me, I could just ask them to ask him, and he would have to do it because I was the president. President D'Onofrio. You see, eventually the guy who was asked, he would ask if he had to do this thing that he was asked to do, and I would say, yes, silly, or I would say, like, silly. No, I would say silly. I would say, listen, mister, that's why I sent him to ask you silly. He is the guy. Why would you say that? I am not the guy. I am only the president. President D'Onofrio. I like peanut butter. I like eating it off a tablespoon that I've scooped up out of my favorite chunky peanut butter jar. If I were president, I would eat that all the time, not to mention Diet Cokes and hamburgers and chicken, like now. Meaning if the peanut butter was crunchy kind that I was like maybe kicking in my mouth, the kind that sticks together after it's really yummy, tasting mud, making my mouth stick together, even if it was that, I would still be calling people silly. I would still be asking for stuff. I would still ask for something to do. I would say, hey, being the president, President D'Onofrio, is really hard. And you end up explaining a lot about how you've asked people to do things and stuff, even if your mouth is full of shit and peanut butter. wasn't at all what it was supposed to be. That suddenly got very punk, but that's okay. All right. This is another true story, which you've heard the first half of, so now you'll hear the second half. This one's a little more intense, so if you don't have the stomach for it. Seriously. Journal. Manchester, my imaginary friend, and I didn't really have lunch today, not really. We didn't really laugh so hard at the people that weren't really watching together. God, it was fun, not really. A real thrill, not really. Manchester had a great sense of humor, not really. Manchester doesn't really think I'm funnier than him, not really. So I'm really not really funny, not really, really funny. Truly a funny person, funnier than most. Sometimes when I'm at the doctor's and all the doctors are staring at me, I don't really watch Manchester laugh. I do that to pass the time. They ask me lots of stuff. I let Manchester answer them, not really. I used to have a new way to talk. I used to answer the doctor using that new way, but it took lots of saliva and a lot of saliva throwing and slinging. The doctors told me that it was way too complicated for them to understand, that it never made sense to me because Manchester and I never really do it all the time out on the street. I realized if we run while I'm using my new language, while I'm using lots of saliva and throwing and slinging things around, they never really put any on Manchester, but they put handcuffs on me. Not at all really. Sometimes, not really. Only on days that I've specified, like Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays, and that never really changes. That's always the same no matter what. Definitely on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays and Sundays like most people. I think of Saturday and Sunday as one day because I only go to sleep once and I only wake up once. That's pill day. When Manchester sleeps over, I like to talk to him about things like mice, balls, yarn, dominoes, shoeboxes, masking tape, jacks, paper dolls, loads and loads of other things. Sometimes after the lights are out, I do arithmetic in my head, really fast, super fast, until I wet the bed. And then Manchester laughs at me. He tells me how fun I am. And then I have to go to the bathroom. And that's when things get really, truly funny. I watch her. A sphere of electricity, female. She's bounding around the stage, my vision, my memory, my vision full of static, like an old color television with a cheap plastic and street metal antenna. Rabbit ears called rabbit ears, there on stage. Central Park, unbrushed hair, a banshee, a seductress. Don't let her bite you. Later, much later, orchestra, opera house, center, Lincoln Center, female soul, full of soul, a foreign soul, not my soul, nothing like my soul, sitting, writing, just there. A visit, a warm visit, not comprehensive. No telling, no reading, no hint, just there. Not defined, anyway, just there. I can cope, she's human and needs to sit and be. Surprise, I watch your stuff on tour, it keeps me happy. I watched them all, I watched them and they never stop coming. The greatness, the uniqueness, the power, the originality, it keeps me happy. The soul, baby, the soul. It's everything in me. She continues this. Female, a spout of honesty, not acceptable, not real. Although honest, not real, although genuinely expressed, not danceable, not funny, definitely not danceable. She must dance, I know she dances, but while I'm doing my show, I sometimes listen to your music. It keeps me happy. I listen to them all the time. I listen to them and they never stop coming. The greatness, the uniqueness, the power, the originality, it keeps me happy. The soul, baby, the soul, it's everything to me. I say that to you, you don't say that to me. I say that to you. It means more if I say it to you. It means nothing if you say it to me. I'm done, Patty, I'm done. I won't sit in this chair anymore. Have it. Have my chair. It's yours. It's all I have to offer. I give it, and she receives it. And I see her, a jester, born to tell stories that lay in her pockets, written on matchbooks and napkins and notes paper, large lint poetry, stories as available as lint in your pockets. She searches and searches her black suit. She feels for lint near her breast. She feels for lint near her ass. She finds one. I watch her. There's static, that old colored television. It's a jumpy image, but I can see her and hear her as she pulls out the lint and unfolds it, and she reads. Oh yeah, power to the people. Journal. No matter how hard I try, my acting career will never be completely fulfilled. I will never play the role I was meant to play, born to play, conceived to play. I will never experience my true sexuality on stage, my true, real self on film. Even though, if I may say, everything in my life, in my career, has been leading up to this point, but it will never happen. The public will never see my Blanche DuBois. They will not share Blanche with me. They won't have her, even though she needs to be had. I need to be had. My past and hers was a little loose. My past and hers was a little rough around the edges. The loves of my life are unspoken and spoken all at the same time. In a different time is now the time. I'm wet with time, and time is mine, and she is me, as I smell her perfume on me. My emotional life was strong at a youth, and it now lilts gently. Suicidal love, the sacrifice of one's heart and reputation, all shot loudly out of a pistol of a young man. And when I look at my hands, I see I have Blanche's lines. My necklines carry her veins. I'm Blanche DuBois. I'm Vincent the man. I'm Blanche the woman, the character in Streetcar. I'm the character of Blanche in Tennessee's life. I'm Blanche whenever and whoever is performing the play. Fuck it! I'm Ms. DuBois, and I'm gonna go answer the door because there's a young person knocking, and I'm looking fragile and mysterious in pathetic, in a Tennessee way. So don't applaud for me. I hear my own applause in my mind. And as Blanche, I walk to the door. I'll leave the stage lights on and the house lights dimmed and bid you good day, people. And I bow and I thank you. So, that's the end of the show. But we're too lazy to get off and come back on, so we're just going to stay on and do that. Somebody's got to break the tradition. It's like so stupid. Lights go out, all the stagehands have to work harder. It's like ridiculous. Just leave everything on, stay in place, and keep doing it. Are we doing... Which is the one that we thought went really well? Starman, yeah? Well, I'm going to stand up for Starman. Oh, my God. All right. Journal. I was thinking about my life today. I bought a pop and sipped it very slow with very small sips for a long time, maybe too long. There was only one thing on my mind, and it was truly selfless. Maybe too selfless, if that's possible. On my mind was how much I love being a showman. I truly do. I do it for everyone. I do it because it's important, and I do it because I think the world wants me to. And when you're a showman, you can feel the world ask you to entertain them. It's not like when people ask you to do normal things, like get out of the way and stuff similar to that. It says, hey Vincent, yeah you Vincent, starman, showman, and I just answer with my head bowed. I answer, yes, I'm Vincent, starman, showman for the world. I'm here to give and ask for nothing back. I'm here to entertain the world. Point me in the right direction and don't get in my way, or I will get you out of my way real fast and continue going in the direction that I'm going. The one that I had to stop in when you were in my way. And then the world will sing to me a little song of hope, which in world language means, please entertain me. And of course I do so. I will always do so when the world asks. And when I'm done, I'll ask for nothing in return. But I'll sing a little song. I'll sing a song in Vincent language that's hard to understand because of its complexities and stuff. But it's really meaningful and means a lot. And I'm done with my soda now.